just begin. It began.
So we are live, folks. We are off with the 400-meter hurdles.
Yeah, Roman taking the lead quickly there.
Yeah, so is that Roman?
In front.
Yes. So Roman Grilly, is this his first year on the track team?
First year, yes, of outdoor track. Last year he did lacrosse, but he made the switch this year.
Incredible. Coach Lyons is very bullish of him. Said, really impressed with his week last week. He was second in the hurdles versus a very talented Hopkinton team, and I believe he had a personal record too, which really big deal.
62 seconds for the 400 hurdles. Not many people could do that with no hurdles. So here he goes.
And here he is in his second official track and field race with a heck of a lead. Looking to finish strong. Hits the last set of hurdles.
Now it's just squeeze in.
Absolutely. And he's going to take first with a big distance. And Westwood looking to fight for a second.
Comes down to the line.
And let's see. I don't know. It was a close finish there.
From this angle, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. But great finish there for second and third. Westwood going to have at least two in the top three. Roman Grilly, what a day. He is, there was hype, and he has certainly answered the hype with that performance. My goodness.
Always important to start off with a good 400 hurdles, set the mood.
So, folks, Westwood Media Center here covering the Westwood versus Dedham track meet. Beautiful day we have here. Just a little bit chilly, but probably good for running. And we're joined by Henrik Legers, Morgan Donahue on microphone, Evan Cardomino on camera. We're delighted to bring Westwood Media Center coverage of track and field boys and girls today. And Henrik, how are we feeling today? This is pretty cool. We're already just right off into the mix with the boys 400, about to, looks like, kick off with the girls 400 hurdles.
Yeah, I mean, weather's looking pretty nice. Sky's looking clear. The sun is out. And, a lot of variability here. I see a lot of close times, so I think we'll have some exciting finishes today for sure.
So last week, Susanna Rockers had a heck of a finish in the 400 hurdles versus Hopkinton. She took first. Keep an eye on her here, folks. What a year she is having, and has already had too, when you consider she's a state champion for cross country. Had a great indoor track, I believe, as well, and looking to bring that momentum into the spring track. And when I was here last week, both events she was in, 2 wins. And, from what I understand, Henrik, for each runner, you can only do 2 running events. Is that correct?
You can either do 2 running and 1 field, or 2 field and 1 throwing. So
pretty cool. You ever get any throws in, or are you just strictly track only?
Me, no. There are some. You got like sprinters doing the high jump, like Charlie Jessup. Is great.
Great athlete.
Keelan McDonald, also jumper and a sprinter.
So how about Keelan McDonald? He's a D lineman, coming off the edge. A lot of sacks on the football season. And he's also running the 100-meter dash.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like a lot of explosive speed and stuff. It's impressive.
Incredible. He could probably play lockdown corner and D-line at the same time.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
And we are off the 400 hurdles for the girls. Good start for the Wolverines.
Looks like Rocker's making up this stagger early on. That's good.
She's getting her stride going. It looks like it's 4 Wolverines, 1 Dedham Marauder.
Yep.
So in those instances, do Westwood automatically take points if you have that much more Westwood folks in a heat versus Dedham?
Yeah, I mean, last year the boys didn't have many 400 hurdlers. Usually the other teams would. If you don't run some from an event, the other team just takes the points usually. So
Rockers, right back where she left off, in a groove right now, and she is picking up speed.
100 meters, 100 meters.
She's got 2 sets of hurdles left.
Westwood, be sure to bring the blocks. Again, first call, 100.
Coming down the home stretch, the last set of hurdles for Susanna Rockers, and all clear.
All right, 1 more hurdle.
And similar to, there was one more. I missed that last one. It's similar to Roman Grilly, finishing with
1, 2,
a lot of time ahead of her.
That's a great.
Incredible.
That's the kind of start you look for in a meet, taking 1, 2, and 3.
Absolutely. Points, some really quick points for the Wolverines. So how many points is accumulated for 1, 2, and 3?
That would be 9 points. First place gets 5, second place 3, third place 1.
Imagine. Who does the math at the end of these? You know, that's got to be a
I
lot
figure
of
they
work.
just go as they run.
Yeah. TI 83 plus.
Yeah.
Do you guys still use those calculators?
Oh, yeah.
Those are like the SAT official. Evan knows what I'm talking about. Texas Instruments. What a monopoly that is, huh?
Spend $100 on a calculator.
Yeah, 123 bucks on a calculator. And, you know, every now and then you could download a game on it, so you felt, all right, maybe I'm getting my money's worth. But, yeah, I mean, what a business Texas Instruments has become. So that looks like that is it for the hurdles. I see them starting to take the hurdles off.
Yep.
Which, like you said, Henrik, great start for the Wolverines.
Yep. Next up looks like the 100.
100 meter. Probably one of the most exciting events, in my opinion, you know, in the for heats-wise.
Yeah.
You know, you're seeing the fastest of, you know, it's basically the fastest guy, fastest girl on the field, on the track today, you know. And that's a nice brag to have, to say I'm the fastest on this track, you know, and I have the time to prove it.
That's true.
Unless Evan or I want to go down there and try and to tear a hamstring, which I think we're safe up here.
It's a lot of technicality in the beginning, but.
So Evan, let's get a shout out. I see Alex Dorsky down there. Alex,
yes.
one of our play-by-play guys, very helpful during the hockey season. Also helped out with a basketball game too. Alex running the 100 meter as well as the 200 today.
All right.
What a beautiful day. Starting to see the stands fill up a little bit. In total numbers, I mean, how many people do you think are here today that are part of Westwood and Dedham track? I mean, we got to be well above 70 people.
Yeah. Usually you'll see more people on the field than in the stands.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. You know, just I never ran track, but I wish I did.
100 athletes, boys and girls,
but like what the competition it brings
All
out and the prep that you see beforehand. We're here an hour, you know, half an hour beforehand, and seeing people already getting loose, already doing their, you know, routines, getting in the zone. You know, they're on another level.
And you see like the 100 guys preparing for like 30 minutes to run for 10 to 13
it's
seconds.
incredible.
So.
It's incredible, and you know, seeing people, you know, seeing like Taya and Maeve Gavin getting ready, and they're probably not going to run for another 45 minutes maybe. To see that, it's incredible. But here's the thing though too, is people take notice. So if you're a freshman on the team and you're seeing some of these state champions, you know, and how they work out, you know, I would probably replicate it myself. You know, and
it's definitely impactful.
So who are some of the seniors, you know, when you were an underclassman that you picked their brain and learned from them and really wanted to figure out, hey, what's their game day prep, their track day prep?
Definitely number one all time would be last year's captain, Ben Metho. He just put in more work than anybody ever has, and even now he's running like almost 70 miles a week. He's just building and building, and he just has no limit. He'll do whatever it takes.
So he wakes up ready to go each
Built
day,
like a machine.
Yeah.
Terrific athlete also. Great basketball player also.
Really? Okay. Has he got some height to him, or is he more of the point guard?
He's probably like more of a guard, maybe 5'11".
Yeah.
But he was on the freshman basketball team, but he made the switch to track full time.
Nice. Yeah. So for the 100 meter, similar to the hurdles, boys going to be the first heat, girls second heat?
I think.
This one's a lot of heats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They switch boys and girls every year, which one goes first.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
These are good tidbits.
Except I don't remember if it was calendar year or school year. I think they also changed that.
Interesting, yeah.
It's a little complicated.
The fiscal, or if it's the school year being, you know, they kind of coincide with both.
Mm-hmm. So blocks being set up now.
Yep.
Then we'll get a few practice strides from these guys, and then they'll be off.
Now, if you have a big heat, will they use all 7, 8 lanes if they have that many people, or is there a certain number that's a sweet spot when it comes to the 100 meter?
I believe they can use as many as they like.
Yeah. Hey, it was interesting. So they are about to get underway, 100 meter here. Who are the folks we should keep an eye on? I know Jessup last week, is he?
Charlie's not in the 100 this
not
meet.
in today, okay.
200 and possibly 4x4. We're not sure yet. But this Dedham guy, Tiglianitis, 11-1 is a tough time to beat, but
Wow.
we'll see these guys give it their best shot.
That's college level.
Tyler Yee, Reed Levesque, and Zach Byrne in the first heat here. I'm looking for Tyler Yee to have a good race here. He won the Coaches Award and winner. He's also one of the most dedicated athletes. Only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's got it, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard to describe, but you just know when you see it.
Yeah.
So what's going through their mind right now? You know, just not trying to not think about much, just waiting for the gun?
Well, as a sprinter, it's probably a bit different from distance, but, I mean, in running, the adrenaline always helps.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Any talk amongst your competitors? You know, some little smack talk, or just dialed in on the lane?
I see. It look like I see a little chatting there. I always try to, you know, share a word or two to the guy next to me. Yeah.
Very gentlemanly of you.
Or maybe to get in their head. You say like.
I'll say who's finishing second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're the practice strides.
Getting a couple different. One last opportunity to get loose.
Yes.
Now, do you like a day like today? It's a beautiful day, but a little breeze. You know, a little coolness to it.
I like days like this, but I also like days like this are good for the time. But,
yeah.
But like rainy days, difficult days, especially in cross country, those are the most fun to compete in.
Sure.
It'll test your abilities. You get a lot of that in cross country. We've had the last, I think, track meet we had during the rain was 2 years ago.
So you'll do a track meet in the rain?
Yeah, it was.
How bad? Well, if it's bad, will you still do it, or?
No, probably not.
It's got to be
terrible,
just a little sprinkle.
If you look back in the Mr. Mao photos, you'll see.
I'm going to definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I think we might have to add a quick photo or two, Evan. Show the viewers at home the infamous meet of, what was it, last year?
2 years ago, 2023 spring.
Yes, we'll use this. Yes. All right, so we are.
They're getting ready here.
The runners are in
Holding
the blocks.
Up the gun.
Yeah.
They're getting on their marks. And set. And they're off.
Off they go.
All right, you can see the starts right away here. Okay, Tyler gaining a little bit. Okay, here. So that did look
Looks
pretty
like
close
second
there
place for Westwood, for Tyler.
That's a good race right there. I
That's
wish we
a good
could
race.
see the time, but
yeah. Last week they had like official scores where they had
they had laser
scoreboard.
timing last
They
year.
did not like if you walked across that. No, there was a lot of scolding going on. But good race there. That was who? Tyler
Yee.
Tyler
yes.
Yee. Fantastic. I mean, those guys are pretty quick, very quick, and was closing ground too in on the first runner. He had quite a lead from the beginning, and then closed in on that lead. But coming away with points, that's even if Dedham comes away with the first and third, at least you took some to add to what you just did in the 400 meter hurdles.
It's always a good feeling to take home points as a runner.
For sure. And we're going to have heat number 2 coming up for the 100 meter. So who are some folks we should keep an eye on here for the Wolverines?
Dan Romanelli, Mirage, and Ellis Callaway. Ellis, varsity soccer.
Yeah.
Mirage,
Hannah,
JV basketball.
Hannah Callaway's brother?
Yes. He's a good soccer player. We'll see how his top speed
And Hannah, what's Hannah's sister? Twin sisters, both soccer players. Ellis was a hockey player back in the day, too. Dan Romanelli, a hockey player.
Yep, hockey guy.
His father is was a Norwood High School grad and was good friends with Coach Cliff's father, Bob Clifford. He used to see him at Lewis's. He would bartend every now and then at Lewis's. So it was big fan of him. Had him as a teacher at Norwood High. So it's everything comes back Westwood.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Everyone in the TVL knows each other one way or another.
Yes. Callaway's a great soccer family. We called Ellis's name a few times during the boys' games.
Got some varsity time as a sophomore.
He's got a different name, a different first name on the roster, though.
Yeah, Michael Ellis.
Yes. Now, Henrik, what's your go-to when it comes to what's your 2 races?
2 races, probably mile and indoor the 1,000.
Yeah.
But the 2 miles is good too. 1,000 is just, it's an interesting event. You wouldn't think it's that different from the mile, but you get to see a lot more speed be seen. That's probably my favorite to watch.
You just love burning cals, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Miles, of course, the iconic one.
Can you burn cals for Evan and me if we pay you? Just to take a couple off for us. I could use some.
Sure.
We're off. Second heat. And Westwood getting Dan Romanelli getting the feet moving.
Good start for Dan. It looks like Dan.
It's Dan 1 and Westwood 2. It looks like great heat.
Good second heat right there.
Now, points-wise, are there, unless they have times better than the first heat,
probably
they're not going to use them for points?
Yeah, most likely, unless one of them beat the top 3 times from the other heat. It does happen sometimes, but
we saw it happen last week.
Yeah, last week it was
and I believe it was 100 meter. Yeah, it was a kid from Hopkinton in the second heat.
Yeah, that was unusual, but
might need to do some PED testing after that.
Yeah.
It's like the Canadian sprinter.
Yeah.
He beats his 100-meter record by half a second, a second.
Yeah, I mean you see that a lot in high school. It's like 1 year, like a kid comes in like 5 inches taller and like put on 30 pounds, and all of a sudden he's like.
Milk did not do that.
Yeah.
About to kick off the 3rd heat. So Henrik had mentioned today a bunch of Dedham runners out sick today. So we see a bunch of Westwood. I think it's all Westwood. It is.
Yep. Nico Castaldini out there in the lead. Younger brother of Luca.
Yeah, great finish for Castaldini.
That was good.
In from what I understand, a great track family.
Yep, Luca was
terrific.
Was a great runner.
And is he running in college right now?
Yeah, Assumptions University.
And I believe they're part of the Imbernone family too, McGowan, connection
that's
too.
Right.
So what a athletic family.
Definitely.
But great finish there for Nico.
Nico's one of the throwing, sprinting hybrids here. I think maybe our only one this year.
Does a little everything.
Yeah.
Get that man a clipboard. That's a future coach someday.
Oh yeah.
But pretty cool where you see multi-athletes that partake. So in the 100-meter finish last year for the girls, and we have another heat coming up. I believe this is the 4th heat for boys? Yeah. Yep. This seems to be the most popular when it comes heat-wise,
I mean, a lot of people who just want to do track, like hang out with their friends, they don't want to, if they don't want to put themselves through too much pain, you can just.
This is perfect.
You can relax, do the 100.
Allow you to chase after your personal records, your personal bests and whatnot. Also get you ready for the following year.
Yep, just getting you out of the house.
And a great finish. And a great finish for the Dedham runner.
Yes.
Awesome. That is awesome. They're fired up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I believe another heat. I think this is the last heat for the boys.
Yes.
But as I was saying, last week, the first we're off on the last heat for the boys.
Tor Webb there, future basketball captain.
Yeah.
Looks
finishing strong.
Yeah.
Love that inner competition, Westwood on Westwood competition.
I mean, that's what it's like every practice or every workout. So.
Yeah. So when you have a typical practice day, how much of is it doing the actual event on the track versus doing maybe some lifting and some footwork stuff?
Most of the time it's going to be a longer run at a slower pace.
Yeah.
Really, that's like most likely to build strength. If you just go fast all the time, you'll get injured. That's basically what happened to me. But you got to build long mileage.
Yeah.
And twice a week we'll have this speed work, usually workouts. It's either like a certain amount, 8 400s at race pace or a bit faster, or coach usually will mix it up, seeing as whatever he thinks is best.
So
We
girls
don't do a lot of weight stuff, but
yeah.
girls heat 1 here.
Girls heat 1. So last week, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th was Hogan,
Yep.
Morrison, Bannister. I don't know if it was that was a particular order, but athlete, athlete, athlete. You know, and when I say athlete, I mean, you know, play other sports outside of multi-sport. I guess the right word. So this is the first heat. These are where the points are most likely going to come.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to have some great competition here.
I think this will be one to pay attention to.
And they're off.
Dedham, that was a good start.
They are flying. Julie Hogan looking to cut into, and she is. She's gaining.
Wow.
She just passed the number 2 and took number 2.
All right.
So Julie Hogan, strong finish to finish 2nd after a slower start, but what a finish. And that's the thing about track. It's not always about how you start, you know, and it's the muscles are interesting. You know, you can have, you know, a great start, but some people are just great finishers. They just have that extra gear.
Usain Bolt wasn't even in the lead like the entirety of his races.
And he'd finish by like, you know, 50 feet. What a finish, Julie Hogan. Coast to coast. Said that a bunch of times during the basketball game. She would go from one length of the court to the other, just carving through the defense for either a big three-pointer or a nice layup. Heat number 2. Is there any names here we should keep an eye out for?
Is that Abby Law of basketball and state
Abby
champion?
Law. We said her name a few
Cross country,
times. The highest three-point percentage of your girls' basketball team.
All right.
We're about ready to get underway. And they're off. Got a good mixture of Westwood and Dedham in this heat. And 2 Westwood in the front. Dedham as
that was
well.
a close race right there.
And that is a very close race. It looked like Westwood had maybe 1 and 2, Dedham 3. We'll have to confirm. Got Alex Dorsky up here. Just finished his 100 meter. Alex, how'd it feel out there?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Awesome. How's this weather and
Honestly,
feel?
it's a lot better than last week.
Is it? Yeah. Good. Good. Oh, we're gonna throw another mic on here. I love it.
All right, Alex Dorsky on the microphone.
Alex Dorsky on the mic, Henrik Legers, Morgan Donahue, and Evan Cardamino on camera, and we are off in the 3rd heat. It's a Westwood heavy heat, 1 Dedham runner, and a great lead for the Westwood runner.
That is a good lead and a good finish.
And finishing strong. I mean, that is just what a great sign when you have this much depth. These runners are all pushing for that, you know, that spot, you know, to be able to bring the points. And, you know, it's going to make everyone better. Competition breeds the best team you can, you know, and putting forth, you know, the best effort every single practice, every single meet.
Alex, did you happen to see Tyler's time for the 100? Did he get 2nd?
Yes, I think he got 2nd.
That was a good. What did you think of that race?
I think it was very competitive. I think Tyler started out really great, and then the Dedham guy decided to just full sprint ahead.
And then
full Westwood
the last heat, and it's all Westwood. Looks like McGrail. Is that Shannon McGrail? It is.
Yeah.
That is the sister of Westwood.
Close finish at the top.
Intern Michael McGrail, and she finishes strong. Shannon McGrail, a pride of Bailey Street.
Michael McGrail, former track athlete.
Is he? Oh, Michael McGrail, track.
Or at least former cross country.
Cross country. I heard he had some running in him.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all.
Actually going to be down at Davidson this weekend to watch my niece play lacrosse. Who are they playing? Davidson. And who's on Davidson? Kella McGrail. So we'll be seeing basically almost every McGrail family member.
Boys mile to
Boys
the
mile.
start.
Here's the one I've been
Girls
waiting
This is a
mile,
great. This is
check in.
this is
Boys mile
the event to see.
start.
So
First
I did
call,
see
4 by
Townsend
100.
Rusin is
Westwood,
here.
we're gonna
And
need
he's the
those
stud,
See him
huh?
warming up. He is the
blocks
stud.
to the
He is the
start.
stud.
4
And who do
by
we got for Westwood? So I
100
don't think Tony
is
is.
after the
Tony's
mile.
not
We'll need
doing
the
it.
We got
blocks
Owen
to the
and
start.
Greeley.
and Colin Greeley. So Colin
They've been
Greeley
racing
finished.
together recently.
They have, and I love it. It's like
Yesterday,
pack
Colin
mentality.
took the win, but or last week.
Are they basically neck and neck till kind of they put on the
same
gas?
thing in cross country. It was cross country. Owen took, I think, only 2 places ahead at TVLs ahead of Colin. Then
Wow.
indoor, they'd almost be running the same races as well.
You know what the best thing about this one is? Not too much, track cleanup. These
Yeah.
guys are ready to go. They're all out there. They've been warmed up.
So we're looking to see. I believe Owen's strategy is to let Townsend take the lead, cut through some of that air resistance, and
Give him kind of that false confidence that
Yeah.
he's going to win right off the bat. What I love though, watch them during the Hopkinton mile.
all together.
And they sprint together.
Tactical race, right?
Yeah,
there.
and they're probably, giving each other some good positive vibes. A little elbows off the start. I love this.
Not the best start for Owen. Colin in a decent position. Okay, so they're finding their groove now.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait for it to thin out along this lap.
And if you don't get a good start, does that take away from you when you're trying to
It
get
does.
yourself in position?
It takes away from your confidence, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Good
But
point. Yeah.
part of it is mental.
So 4 laps.
That's probably Henry Humphreys over there in third, right next to Owen.
Yep.
So Townsend is a 442 mile guy.
That's
Owen
incredible.
and Colin this season have in winter ran 448, but
Incredible.
a lot of it comes down to the day of the race. So
Yeah. Are you
we'll just have to
properly
wait and see.
hydrated? How are you feeling? Weather, mental.
Yep.
Are you dialed? So at this point, I'd probably be keeled over and needing to be tucked in for a nap. These guys looking pretty fresh.
Owen pushing for the lead already.
Yeah.
Trying to get up there with Colin.
Love that. He is sending a message
Yep.
on the first lap.
It's a mental game. I mean, when you're getting passed by someone, that person's probably more tired than you are. You just have
Yep.
to keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
But it looks like Owen's taking this mental battle, and he got ahead. He just has to hold this. Owen's main goal is, of course, to beat Colin, but
How much are you telling yourself, all right, you're pushing yourself to the limit. There's no question about it. If you're at the top, you are. But telling yourself, I'll be okay. I got plenty of time to rest after this. Are they running another event after this? That's
I
guess the
believe
first
they're
question.
not. No.
Okay, so they can kind of give everything they got here.
Yeah.
Leave it all out on the track per se.
It's definitely different when you're just one event and you can just leave it all out there.
It's incredible too. So the first heat, how much of a length they get on the lead,
Yeah, all strung out now.
So now we basically know, unless a miracle happens, who's going to finish in the top 3, of the herd mentality right here. You got
The people to watch are definitely Townsend, Owen, and Colin, although I believe Henry Humphreys, he has been steadily improving, looks like, but I think they will pull away. Third lap is usually what does it.
Now I see Coach Ed Lyons down there, and he's telling them the time. What else is he saying? Is he giving some positive reinforcement?
He's giving splits. He'll usually tell you when to make a move.
Yeah.
Sort of stuff like that. Looks like Townsend did make his move this third lap.
Yep. So he is now in the lead.
Yep. But the fourth lap, this is the most important one. I was going to start this on my stopwatch, but I'll just time the last lap then.
And like we saw last time, we see Greeley and Kochi running, in tandem.
Side by side there.
I love it. They got
Owen
each
a bit
other's
in front,
backs,
but,
and what talent those two are.
For me, this is always the most painful part at the end of the second and a half lap.
Yeah.
And then you have to tell yourself, just half a lap, and then it'll just be one more lap, and then
This has got to be where you're hitting that wall.
Yeah.
And it's mind over matter.
That's definitely it.
Coming down the stretch of
Townsend's pulling away.
lap 3.
Colin beats Owen. Owen's been out here in lane 1.5 most of this time.
Yeah.
Looks like, but just one. Owen's making a move here.
He is. He's putting his foot on the gas a little bit, trying
But
to
this is where
cut into that
Townsend's going
distance.
to begin also. So
Yeah.
let's see this last lap. All right, started the watch.
All right, we are on the final lap here, folks.
Now
The
this is all
mile.
out.
Boys mile.
Owen would have to pull off something incredible here to take the lead, but.
So Townsend in position number 1, Kochi number 2, Grilly in 3.
Is that? I can't tell if that gap is staying the same or.
Hard to tell. But you definitely notice kind of the last.
Yep.
After the last turn is where they're really given anything that they have still left in them.
Colin just has to look out for Humphreys right behind him. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Humphreys with the pass. Humphreys now at 3, and he's got a little extra in him right now.
Kochi got to hold that lead.
So Kochi still in 2. Humphreys
I think once
looking to
he
make
sees
a
him on his
move.
shoulder.
And he does. So
took a
Kochi
look.
now
Kochi
in
can't
3. Humphreys in 2.
Kochi's going to have to go around.
Townsend in 1. Townsend
Takes the
striding it
shoulder.
out.
Wow.
And
Last lap here for Townsend.
Humphreys, what a finish for
69,
Humphreys. What a
70,
stride by
71, 72.
Townsend.
Wow.
Kochi taking 3. Grilly going to take 4. Some talented long-distance runners
Yeah,
there.
that was an impressive race.
Now, if a guy like Tony Mari was in the mile today, which is he's more of the 800 and 2 mile. Is that right?
He does do the mile of it. This season it hasn't really been his main thing, but
Yeah.
last season he had a great mile race. When they got the school record 4x mile.
Wow. So
Wait, that's Townsend. Who was the guy in first then? Okay, I think
Don't
I might
know.
have mixed up a name there.
We'll call him Townsend for now. We'll give him credit.
It might have been if Levon was running the mile. That's Townsend's twin brother.
Yeah. Whoever it was, looks like he might be running
Yeah.
in a couple of weeks on the Boston Marathon. It looks pretty athletic, pretty strideful.
If that was Levon's usually a middle distance guy, so I would be surprised. But
We got Coleman Hickey finishing strong.
Yep.
Was he a lacrosse player last year?
No, he did track.
He did
but
track,
Also
yeah.
football. And
Football, yes.
hockey.
He's a hockey player.
Yep. And you got Aiden Greeley, brother of Colin and Hayato there.
That's awesome. The Greeley family, a lot of great athletes, competitors. Megan had a terrific season in volleyball this year. And I believe she's going to Boston College as well.
Yep, Colin
The
and
twins.
Megan.
Not going to go too far from Westwood. Great school. The Eagles. So that is going to wrap it up for the boys' mile.
Girls mile now.
And the girls' mile going to start. And it looks like
Taya and
we do have Taya.
second.
And who else do we have from
Is
Westwood?
that
Is that Maeve Gavin? Yeah.
Looks like.
So keep an eye on them, folks. Taya was way ahead of the pack versus
Oh yeah.
Hopkinton. And Hopkinton is no slouch when it comes to track.
Nope.
They're one of the best in the state. All you have to do is go to Hopkinton High and look at that facility they have over there. It is incredible. The storage shack they have with everything, that's like if you put that on Zillow, it would probably go for $800,000, property-wise.
Yep.
This is going to be a great heat right here.
Yep. So I've heard, rumor has it that Westwood might be pacing this a bit slower, try to get some of those younger runners
Really?
some new
Some points?
PRs.
Yeah. Okay. Little strategy. Little chess moves. I
Perhaps
talked to-
save themselves for another event or something.
Yeah. Still, points are points, I'm sure
Yeah.
they're going to go for the win. I think I see, is Kiara Chi out there as well? So I see
I
1,
believe.
2, 3 state champs. Possibly 4 if that's Delia Kelly. 5. So 4, I believe.
Yes.
Incredible. Did you guys see that coming? That state championship?
I knew they would win the Tri-Valley League
Yeah.
championship because Holliston was always their biggest rival last year.
They are off. Right off the bat, Taya gets the inside positioning. Maeve Gavin right just off to her right.
That does look a bit fast that they're taking out. This might be an all-out effort.
Yeah, they are definitely in almost a sprint right now.
It looks like Maeve is pacing them, and I guess Taya's going all out.
So what I saw, Taya lapped a few folks in the
yeah.
mile, which was
You get that sometimes.
incredible. And already right in the stride. We talked about it. We had a winter season breakdown yesterday for a podcast episode. Nationals. Her and Maeve Gavin, part of the
Yep.
Nationals. incredible.
They had a great. Taya ran 3 events, and the girls 4x4. That was a great race to watch. I watched it live.
Imagine, I mean, there's people competing in that. That's their only race.
Yep.
So, like, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And what a first lap by Taya. My goodness.
Westwood,
How are we looking at numbers-wise? We got Alex Dorsky.
I don't think we have a time.
No
but
time.
I'd guess 76-ish.
Pretty impressive.
75 to 80.
And well ahead.
And here's
the pack.
The pacing pack probably going through in about 86.
So Taya might be looking for a personal record today.
I mean, that's always the goal.
Yeah.
Well, usually the goal.
She seems like an incredible competitor.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier when you've got someone side by side or right ahead of you.
Yeah, that's pushing you. You're pushing them, and when you're by yourself sometimes you're just in your own head. You're like, am I there, am I not?
Sometimes you can't tell until the race is over. You're like, yeah, I could have went harder.
Unless you have that science down pretty tight where you're
that's
looking
hard
at
to
that
do.
clock and like, all right, mile and a half. I mean, the only really way you can tell is on the true-ups, when you're on lap 2, lap 3, and you got coach right there telling you. If you don't have your watch going off,
In indoor, the track is 200 meters. You'd always have the clock right there. And whenever I try to pace myself, I'm like, okay, this lap I was 2 seconds too slow.
Yeah.
Next one I got to go like 1 faster and then 1 faster again. But it's hard to do, and it's a slippery slope when you start to slow down.
And a strong stride. She's got Coach Gentine cheering her on. She's got,
of course,
the time. She's telling her the time to keep her in the know.
2 down.
2 down, 2 to go. And what a lead she has. My goodness. It's about a 20-second lead right now.
Yep.
Estimates. So diet-wise, what are people eating before these races?
I guess we don't. The boys team doesn't really think about that. You just know what you don't want.
You're not going to Taco Bell or McDonald's beforehand, right?
That's after.
That's after. Yeah, that's got to taste pretty good.
Yeah.
A little McFlurry too.
Sure. Just make sure you eat, I guess, light the day of.
Yes. The night before, maybe a little pasta, a little carb loading.
If we have a pasta dinner, that's always fun.
Taya Pignotti coming around the corner to finish her 3rd lap.
A good 150 meters ahead of the rest.
My goodness, yes. She's got Coach Gentine.
Yep.
Giving her the time and some feedback. Dialed in.
Coach Lyons will probably give her a time too. 1 more here.
I mean, what a time to be part of Westwood Track when you got athletes like this. Incredible. They come around, not often.
It was great in cross country too to watch, because the boys were at the divisional state meet same time as the girls.
And you can just tell, not only this person's going to run in college, but this person's going to be a stud wherever they go.
Oh yeah.
When you make it to nationals, you are top talent.
At New Balance Nationals, you get this backpack. It's always a big flex if you have that.
You're walking around the halls with that. You're like the big man, big girl on campus,
Also, Dedham had, I believe, 1 participant in nationals. Their thrower, Jaden Brown. We're not looking at the throws right now, but he's a great talent.
Tony put him on the radar.
Yeah,
said
definitely.
They got some throwers.
He nationals for shot put indoors, but his main event is the discus, so watch out for that.
So the final turn for Taya Pignotti.
Yep.
She has been flying from start to finish.
100 left. And looks like she has lapped a few.
Looks like she could run a marathon. Just incredible. She's got it down to a science. And a fantastic finish. Taken first in the mile, and the pack is starting to separate itself. So the pack now.
That wasn't the real time.
Oh, I know. No, these are the
So Maeve Gavin, Maeve Gavin has separated herself from the pack, and she's finishing strong.
Yep.
Her
Looks good.
national counterpart, fellow state champion. And then Westwood taking third as well. Who do we got taking third here?
Is that, I think that's a new Anna Averill, I believe.
Nice. Terrific
Newer
finish.
runner. Yep.
Kiara Chi as well as Delia Kelly.
Yep. 4 and 5.
State champs. Elise Boger. Finishing strong. Great athlete. Basketball player.
Yes.
The niece of Lauren Hilberg. The connections, they run deep in
Lauren
Westwood.
Hilberg?
Girls hockey coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
What a heat for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
Taking the first
Dominant race right there.
first
through
5.
6th.
Yeah, 1 through 6. Incredible.
And now they're setting up the blocks. Oh, 4x1 coming up.
A 4x1.
I thought we only had one team for the 4x1. We have 2. So I've been told we have a sophomore team and a freshman team for the
All
boys
right.
Westwood 4x1.
Should be interesting then.
Yeah. So what's the 4x1? Is it 400?
100 meters, 4 people.
Oh,
Or-
so everyone running 100 themselves.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And you got basically they start on that side?
No, start
Start
here,
there, and then they have over
pass-
there.
Pass it off
Yeah.
there, that corner, there, and then.
All about the clean handoffs.
Yeah, that's definitely a big part of it.
So what a finish. I mean, what a statement win there for the girls' mile. My
Yeah.
goodness.
So, girls took first 3 in the 400 hurdles and the mile.
Mhm.
And what was it, second in the 100?
Yes.
So it looks like a nice lead built for the
And strong
girls.
finish by Hogan to help get them the points where it could have
Yep.
been Dedham in that 100 meter.
Yeah,
But what a strong finish. And then, wow, the mile, the 400 meter hurdles, getting Westwood some big points right off the bat. And how does it factor in with the throws and the long jump and the high jump, points-wise?
it's the same deal for
Okay.
the points. So sometimes, I mean, the running is always the big showy event, but
It is, yeah.
you'll see like a team dominates all running events, but then they lost because they didn't have
Because
the
the-
throwers or jumpers.
Because the throwers were
Yeah.
having a day.
Yeah. So I mean, those are like the unsung heroes, sort of always
Yeah.
the throwers.
See Harper Morrison working, getting a workout, getting loose. She was a terrific soccer player. We saw her close so many different gaps, like when a player had an angle, and she would just close it so easily. And you know, her straight line speed and you know lateral speed was incredible.
Yeah, that speed definitely translates.
All right.
All right, we are about to get underway. The 4x1. See 2 Westwood groups and 1 Dedham group.
So who is that open?
And this is
Dan
just
and
Daniel Romanelli, and then we didn't have the other team's POA.
oh, okay.
and then this is just first place only, right?
Yeah.
So first place only will take points here, and we are off.
All right.
Dedham with a strong start. He's
Yeah.
getting a
Quick.
pretty good
Off to a
Making him
great
stagger
start.
quickly.
How important is the start versus the finish? Obviously, the finish pretty strong, but is
I
the
mean,
start
the start
just
is definitely, it'll demoralize you if you
Yeah.
get down, and you can't let that
I
happen.
feel like you're in a hole, and it looks
Yeah.
like you Dedham making Westwood feel that way early with a great start.
But it's not over yet.
Nope. Westwood's going to have the angle if they can cover some ground here.
Nico Castellini.
Is that Nico? Yes,
now,
Nico. we saw him in the
Castledini, and then we
100.
got George
Jack Button.
George.
George Stamatakos for the freshman.
Yep.
Oh,
played
yes.
Varsity
soccer player. Yep.
Oh, started a bit late there.
And a great heat for Dedham. Westwood going to finish strong.
Great
Just
finish.
a few seconds behind, but that
Yeah.
was not bad at all.
No.
George with a strong finish as well, coming in very hot.
George, the Spartan Stamatakos, I believe, was the nickname that AJ Alex gave him. There's some great nicknames.
Yeah. All right, now girls 4x1. And then the 400 big event here for Jaden Pollard looking for redemption after.
He is Mr. 400.
Oh, yeah.
And that's his go-to, right? It's just
That
400, 400 nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Love that. All in. In his house, he should have 400 on poster boards, everything, just eat, sleep 400.
Yeah.
He was very impressive, especially against that Hopkins team where those are, some of the best in the state, and he hung pretty tough there. I think he had second place finish.
Yeah, and that's not the last we'll see of Jaden versus Hopkinton. I'm hoping TVLs he should be able to take first, definitely, and then make a splash at states.
States. So is there sectionals in between TVLs and then the states?
There are some between TVLs and states, there's state divisionals.
Yes, that's okay.
So it's like D3 states, which is I think what we're in, and then there's the MIAA Meet of Champions.
Yeah.
If you run well enough at states, you get to go to all states.
You get a nice backpack for that?
No. I mean, that's more like the higher budget ones, I guess.
So Dedham with another great start here in the 4x1 for the girls. However, Westwood closing in on the
it looks like
the
closing
lead.
some gaps there.
Yes. Don't know who the runner is, but fantastic second runner for the Wolverines to close in on that. And now the other Westwood runner closing in.
Lila.
Closing the gap a little bit.
Girls, terrific.
Then we got Harper Morrison finishing
And
off.
Harper to finish. And it's a clean transfer. She's putting the Jets on. And oh my goodness, she is getting the feet moving.
God.
She takes the lead.
Wow.
Adding to the lead. And she is going to finish first. What a heat for the Wolverines.
You always hope it comes down to that last person, and this time we were fortunate enough that it did.
She put the Jets on, my goodness. But you got to give credit to the other runners, the ground that they were able to catch up on, to then give that opportunity where all at that point, I'm sure in her head is, I just need cleat transfer.
Yep.
In her hand, then boom. Game over. What a finish for the Wolverines. Harper Morrison closing the deal to get the Wolverines into 9 points.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Or no, for the relay it's 5.
5 points.
Now 400.
This is a grueling race.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And they're going to start in the blocks.
First call, boys, high jump. First call, boys, high jump.
Only 50 to 60 seconds, but it sure doesn't feel like it.
It feels like an eternity.
Got Nick in lane 1, Jaden in lane, Nick in lane 2, Jaden in lane 4, and then Shane, lane 6, the ruling one.
How is
Shane
the
McDonald
lanes?
from swimming.
Yes. So how are the lanes distinguished? Is it based off of your times?
It doesn't seem like it because Jaden would be ahead. But
Somewhat randomized?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, every runner has their preferences for which lane they like.
Do you have to stay in your lane the whole time?
Yeah, for the 400.
Okay.
No elbows.
Jaden is getting his stride going. There he goes.
Jaden always says he doesn't start running until the 200-meter mark. So,
So the 400 being how many laps? Just one lap?
Just one lap.
Just
here.
one lap.
Here he goes. Here comes
And there
the
he goes.
All right. And
He is.
I can't tell who that is. That might be Levon. I used to be able to. Okay,
Yep.
yeah. I used to be able to tell Levon and Townsend apart because Levon had dyed his hair blonde. But
Jaden
Come on,
Yeah.
Jaden.
striding away.
all right, that's
He is in the
that's a
home
nice
stretch.
commanding win.
That is a
That
good
is
stride.
a great run by
Yep.
Jaden.
So that was Levon in the mile as well. Interesting. Mile 400.
Wolverines looking to get third as well. Is
Yep.
that Shane?
That is Shane.
Shane McDonald
taking
finishing third for your Westwood Wolverines.
Not bad.
Great heat for the Wolverines there, first and third.
I would like to see the time on that, but
Yeah,
good race by Jaden.
adding some more points. Now, on a day like today, is it boys and girls together for points accumulation, or is it Westwood boys versus Dedham?
It's just separate.
So
for
separate.
boys and girls.
So, okay. They should do both as well,
yeah, I mean,
Interesting.
you could calculate that on your own. I mean, that would help the boys team.
Yeah, the long distance runners for the girls. Absolutely.
I don't know if it would help the
And the
girls
4x1. So what a finish there. And we got another heat going on, or no, it looks like that's going to be it for 400. What's to follow event-wise after the 400?
110 hurdles.
Yep.
Oof.
Roman back at it, Wyatt, and then Tor.
Tor's a new one. He's a freshman, incoming freshman.
Yeah.
He's finished second at states last year as an 8th grader.
So Roman, Mr. Hurdles. Mr. Hurdles himself.
Yep.
Keep hitting the ladder. Apologies. So are they going the other way? Nope.
Nope,
They're setting
yeah.
Setting
okay.
blocks.
I thought they were.
Oh, girls 400 first.
The girls
right?
400. Okay.
Cashman, Bannister, state champions, of course.
Incredible. It's going to be competitive. These are two great runners. And there's a third Westwood too.
Can't see who that is.
Yes.
So it's going to be 3 Westwood, 2 Dedham. Westwood's got the inside lane, which is this lane number 2. They also got the outside lane. Looks like lane number 8.
And they're off. Looks like, was that Bannister making up the stagger quickly?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Bannister.
Cashman on the inside also.
Keep an eye on Cashman.
Yep.
I've walked on this track while she
Attention,
was
please,
running,
boys, high
and she
jump. Second
flies.
call. Second call, boys, high jump.
So it looks like Bannister in the 1 spot right now. Dedham runner in 2. Cashman in 3. Cashman got the inside corner.
Yep.
She's
Cashman looks
gaining
like
ground.
Making a move now.
Absolutely.
Looks like. When you're on the inside, you can afford to be behind them a little longer.
Absolutely.
This
Got
is
a
where the
tight
action
finish here.
starts.
And here we are. This is where the race really starts, huh?
Yep.
Coming down the stretch.
Cashman.
Cashman
Close.
with the lead. Bannister fighting
and
for
3.
position number 2. Cashman
Cashman takes
going to finish
1,
strong, taking 1.
and Bannister
Dedham going to take
takes
2, and Bannister
3.
going to take 3. So another race, Westwood accumulating to their points.
Yep. Looking like a strong Westwood lead so far
Absolutely.
for the girls.
That inside lane, I would take that hey, give me the inside lane any chance I get.
I'll put you down
Oh,
next
yeah.
race.
Yeah, please do. Also, give Paul a call ahead of time. Be proactive to say, I need about 50 ice packs,
The stretcher.
a stretcher. Absolutely. So
So
that
now 100 or 110 hurdles.
110 hurdles.
Oh, we
okay.
still got another here, the 400.
Yeah,
My mistake.
looks like another
Yep.
heat for the girls. So how many track meets do you guys have on the schedule? This is now meet number 2
Yeah.
in the season.
You get 5 dual meets.
Yep.
You get the TVLs
Yep.
if you make it. States, all states, and there are a handful of invitationals that you can also get into. depending on-
Relays are the funnest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
relay invitationals are good.
The girls are off for
That's
heat
where
number
you get
2.
your
Medals.
yeah.
You get medals for that?
Those are nice. Bring those home, put them on the wall.
Yep.
Dedham off to a good start.
Looks like
Westwood runner has the inside lane though,
Yeah,
so
not too far behind.
no, doing a good job where setting herself up for that final turn to really be in a good position. And this is where going to take advantage of that inside the lane. She's already gaining ground and now ahead. And adding to it.
Yep.
Strong, strong turn there. Now down the straightaway.
Hurdle check in, hurdlers, please check in for the 100 hurdles. Westwood, we need the blocks to the 100 start. Westwood, bring the hurdles.
Take
two.
Set
the
the
win
hurdles
and
after
a
400.
strong
and we
finish for
need
Westwood.
The blocks to the 100 start.
Fantastic. And how much does that get the team fired up? Where Heat 2, might not be accumulating points for the meet, but to see Westwood finishing first,
Yeah,
that's got to fire you up. If you're in
definitely.
the next heat,
Especially when it's your friend and
oh yeah,
and it might be like their first year doing track or something, but
Yeah.
you can see they've got the spark.
There's magic associated with high school sports that's hard to quantify. Legends are born.
And they put it in the back of the net.
Memories are made. And smiles come across our faces. These are the moments we talk about forever. They become part of our history. They define us. At Arch Orthodontics, we know how important it is to engage with our community, how critical it is to empower these defining moments. And in a sense, we define our community too. We build confidence. We make the smiles that light up the field, the rink, the gym, and the court. And we do it with a dedication to excellence, just like our athletes who inspire us every time they put on a Westwood uniform.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Girls, long jump, check it in. Girls, long jump.
100 meters, 100-meter check-in. Westwood, be sure to bring the blocks. Again, first call, 100. Hundred athletes should be at the 100 start. All 100 athletes to the 100 start. All 100 athletes, boys and girls, should be reporting to the start for the 100. All 100-meter athletes to the start. boys mile. Boys mile to the start. Girls mile. Check in. Boys mile to the start. First call, 4x100. Westwood, we're going to need the blocks to the start. 4x100 is after the mile. We'll need the blocks to the start.
It's so nice. My mom was like, it's not going to be too long. And I was like, I don't know. They're in a match right now, boys varsity. They're what? They're in a match right now. Ooh, that's... Thanks, Raina. No, you're on up first.
Boys, 4x100. Report to the start line. Boys, 4x100. Westwood, 4x1, lane 2. Dedham, 4x1, lane 3. His own. Girls, 4x1, report to the start line. Girls, 4x1. Girls 4x1, Westwood lane 2, Dedham lane 3. Girls shot put. Shot put.
Kick, Lee, kick! Come on, Lee! Go get him! Come on, Lee! Go! Come on, Levi!
Attention please, boys high jump, second call for boys high jump.
Hurdle check-in. Hurdlers, please check in for the 100 hurdles. Westwood, we need the blocks to the 100 start. Westwood, bring the hurdles. Set the hurdles after the 400, and we need the blocks to the 100 start.
all over TV. Oh, guys, we're doing girls now.
Oh, don't mind the little holes. I don't mind the little holes. Oh my god,
Girls discus. First call, girls discus. Girls discus. Ready to go.
Dedham!
Neither was I.
No, not really. It was very last minute.
We figured that you got thrown in there last minute.
It was funny. It was like
You
a
must have
couple.
been exhausted after the
The mile was super. But I felt it in the last 100 of the 400. But other than that, I didn't feel it too much.
What'd you get for the 400? What'd you get for the
It was very good. I promise you that.
Hey, guess what's in? Yep. But I haven't picked it up yet. You just have to use your toe. Hey, did you get those cards from Jersey Knights today? About the fundraiser? Oh, really?
I could feel it. I was super happy. Henry, are you running up to tell me something? What are you doing?
Hurdles off the track. All 800-meter runners, boys and girls, 800. Please report to the start.
Let's see it, Nick. Let's see it, James.
Come on, Nick! Let's go, Nick! Let's go, Nick! Let's go, Nick! Come on, Nick! Let's go!
Finish it off!
Right, it's insane, but and then it gets past the point when you can't, it's too late. I mean, like, there's something to be said for it, right? Like, it's the motor tools along with it. And there's like people downstairs that got, you know what I mean? So like, I could call them, I haven't heard from them in a while, and I could call them and get some yeah. They have events, and they have socials.
2 milers, 2 milers, first and second call, 2 milers.
All 2 milers report to the start, please. Boys and girls, 2 mile.
Towns.
Come on, Towns, hey.
There's magic associated with high school sports that's hard to quantify. Legends are born.
And they put it in the back of the net.
Memories are made. And smiles come across our faces. These are the moments we talk about forever. They become part of our history. They define us. At Arch Orthodontics, we know how important it is to engage with our community, how critical it is to empower these defining moments. And in a sense, we define our community too. We build confidence. We make the smiles that light up the field, the rink, the gym, and the court. And we do it with a dedication to excellence, just like our athletes who inspire us every time they put on a Westwood uniform.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
We're about ready to get underway. Got the block set up. Runners getting their feet in there, and they have their hands on the ground now. So we are about seconds away.
Hurdle's definitely a mental game.
Set, and they're off.
Looks like
Clean
Roman getting
first.
out nicely. Oh, neck and neck. Dedham pulls away, but he hit a hurdle. Oh,
Roman getting
away
his
again.
good
Catches
shot.
ground,
He's
takes ground.
three-stepping.
Oh,
And the
my.
last hurdle,
Wow.
yes!
That was impressive.
Roman Grilly taken first.
You
and
really
was that
don't-
clean the whole way, too?
That was
Yeah,
clean the whole
that was clean the whole way.
You really don't see a lot of that where
No.
it goes back and forth that
No.
much in a hurdle event.
I mean,
Wow.
me saying it like I know what I'm talking about, but I mean, unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah,
how
that
do you
was
create ground when you're still trying
two
to
first
make sure
place
you're
races for
getting
Roman.
over it?
Yeah. not bad.
But what fast twitch muscles. And so the runner, Dedham, who did knock down a hurdle, best of luck, Alex. Alex, how cool is this? Alex on the headset, he's about to get ready for the 200. So we'll catch you after that.
Yeah.
Break it down a little bit. Love it. Well, good luck, Alex. Absolutely.
So that was either Gavin St. Louis or someone Cole. I'm not sure entirely, but
Now, what is the penalty for a downed hurdle?
honestly, I don't know. I don't think there is a penalty. It's just
It slows you down a little
Yeah.
bit? Yeah. And then there was an issue at the beginning. It looked like one of the Westwood runners ran outside of the hurdle.
Yeah, it did look like that.
And that's got to be, I'm guessing, a DQ.
Possibly. Hurdles aren't my
Your forte?
Yeah. But it's fun to watch, though.
Absolutely. So now setting up for the girls' 100 meter.
Yep. Or yeah, 100 hurdles.
100 meter hurdles. And who do we got here? I mean, there's a lot of different options. That's the thing, is they have so much depth. Where there's probably about 10 girls that could not only be a part of it, but can win it. So it's like, how do they pick and choose?
Yep.
Ready to go.
And are we going to get Evan Cardamino on here? Let's go. There we go. This is like back to July for the Wolverine Report episode.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we had Henrik and Tony.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic episode, a little preview.
And we haven't seen any of Tony yet, but
We haven't. He's patiently waiting. What's he doing now? Is he in the boiler room just playing the cello, getting fired up?
oh yeah.
Henrik
2 mile
had
for Tony.
has his cello here today with him. Rumor has it that you got it out before a meet and got the boys fired up.
Yep. I played a beautiful Haydn concerto in C.
Ooh. And C flat or just C regular?
Just C.
Just C.
Yeah.
You look at the opponents when you're
Yeah.
make eye contact,
Not
try to
gonna
play
lie,
head
man.
games.
If I was at the track and I saw my opponent doing that, I'd say, hey, I'm that's it. I got to go home. Like, this person's in my head. This person just dominated me. How long have you been playing the cello for?
10 years now, since I was 6.
Incredible. And now, is that part of the winds? Do they have the winds as part of like the high school band, or is it kind of a special?
There's a band and there's the orchestra. Orchestra's all the
Yes.
string instruments.
Yep.
Band will be all your like woodwinds,
Yes.
brass.
Yeah, the clarinets, the trumpets, trombones, what's I'm trying to think of the one. It's like the clarinet, but has the smaller mouthpiece.
Oboe.
Oboe. The oboe. Yes. And then with the strings, we're looking at cello, violin, anything else?
Viola.
Viola.
We used to have a bass player, but
Yeah.
we don't
That
have any
is
right
awesome.
now.
A little bass player in the mix too.
Yeah. And piano also.
That's so. What kind of music are you playing? A little Vivaldi, you know?
Oh yeah, sure. We played Vivaldi.
Some Beethoven, Bach.
Yeah. Our I think right now we're doing Mozart.
Yeah.
That's one of ours from the more classical stuff. But we also play some newer music. You know,
That's awesome.
The conductors like to switch stuff up.
Pretty cool though too. Like when you look at a guy like John Williams, and you know the music he's done for movies and how incorporated you know band and strings are. That's pretty amazing. You know, it really adds to the. And when you look at Jaws, when you look at Home Alone, he did Jurassic Park. He did the Olympic music. You know, so when you hear that was John Williams, and like what a fantastic mind. But you know, the MVPs in my book of all those the music does, it's the strings.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are crushing it. Especially Jurassic Park. That's all violin, you know, and you got the cello in there too. My favorite is when I go to the Boston Pops during the Christmas. At one point, they spin the big cellos. They got the big ones, and they'll spin them, you know, with their you know Santa hat on. It's pretty funny. So we are about.
Looks like girls 100 hurdles about to start.
Yes. So who do we got here? Any?
Kaylin Tignor,
Yep.
one to watch out for.
Okay.
Brianna Maxwell just finished her 400 hurdles.
Yes. She won her heat last week.
Yes.
She was in the second heat, winner last week in a terrific run. Keep an eye on her. Her brother, also part of the track team.
Yep, Colin Maxwell, our great young prospect.
Yep.
In the 800 today.
Fantastic. Girls almost ready to get in the set position.
Yep.
There we go.
And
we're underway. Great start for the Wolverines.
Yep.
Neck and neck.
That is close. Looks like
Very
Westwood
close.
Ahead by a hair, but
Very close.
It
But a
does look
strong
like
finish.
Westwood takes that one.
Yes. Taking it. Number one. Is that Tignor?
Yes.
Yes. What a run. Fantastic. It was neck and neck about halfway through and
Very
then just
close.
pulled away in the last, you know, 2 hurdles, 2.5 hurdles for the strong finish.
One more heat here.
Yep.
And then the 800.
802 laps. How much of that is full speed? About 3/4 of it, or you know, that's going to be a tough one. The mentality of that. I mean, people probably run it like it's 100.
Sure. Yeah.
It's just incredible. You see a ton of runners still running right now, just getting dialed, ready for their next race, or even if just staying.
Just keep the legs
staying
fresh
sharp
for the next race. Yep.
See Tay out there. Her and Maeve have been running,
Yep.
and they're like basically going 3/4. I mean, they're humming out there.
Yep.
They got to be great friends. I mean, they're always right next to each other,
side by side
finishing. You know,
in
not
many races.
not far from each other. They're at nationals together.
I mean, being a teammate with someone in this sort of field is a bonding experience.
You got to have someone that pushes you too. That you know that knows what it's like. You know, not just to put a uniform on, but knows what it's like to really, you know, push for trying to get the win. Push for, you know, being the top in the state. To have that extreme competitiveness. We are
Heat
underway. Heat 2. Dedham, 2 runners off to a great start. Maintaining it. Ooh.
Oh, that's
a down runner. And Westwood.
That's an unlucky fall there.
Westwood going to take 2 and 3. And some tough falls out there. That's
Yep.
part of
Gotta be
the
careful with
hurdles.
the hurdles.
It's
That's
certainly
treacherous event.
absolutely. What strong finish
Yep.
for Wolverines, getting second and third there in heat number 2. So up next, you think is going to be the 800?
Yeah.
So our guy Alex probably doing a little karaoke's right now, a little dynamic warm up with the 200s to
Definitely.
follow after that, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alex. Imagine, putting the headset on in the middle of a track meet that you're running in,
Yeah.
I would probably, my mind would be elsewhere. They're going to take the hurdles off the track. Now, where do these hurdles get stored? They go right to the storage
800-meter
area.
runners, boys and
Pretty sure
girls,
they
800.
just keep 'em on
Please
the track.
report
They
to the
put some
stop.
of them in that corner over there
Yeah.
where the soccer net is, but some of them they put away. Oh no, the ones they put there is the ones they use for practice. Rest of them probably go storage.
So, say it's summertime, right? How much will you drop by the track and get some running in?
Oh,
you
every
hit the
day.
track, or do you just do it outside, neighborhood type run?
Well, this summer we made an ambitious training plan that I don't know. I probably won't get to take part in fully,
Yeah.
as I'll be recovering, but
Yeah.
I'll definitely be going to the track every day, early in the morning. Get some before the sun comes up. Get some nice.
Some early ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
I mean, in
part
the
of the
heat, it's
routine.
really hard.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And we're looking to build some big miles for a big cross country season. I think we could make a splash in the TVLs next year for cross country.
So who are some of the runners to keep an eye on? Because you guys have some
Yeah,
you're gonna have some losses with Tony and Colin.
And the Citron twins, of course.
Yep.
We're looking for Owen to take the lead as our #1 guy now.
Yep.
We're looking for Colin Maxwell to step up, making the switch from soccer to cross country.
Yep.
If he can run the low 17s. Then Pollard also, if he can keep steady in the increase. Here goes the 800.
So the 800 underway.
There's Colin Maxwell I was talking about, staying strong in third there. Is that him and
So 2 Western
Colin
runners.
looks like? Or both Collins? That's what it says on the paper. So.
We'll get a better look on after the first lap.
And that might be Nick Valle holding first, but I can't really tell from here. Nick Valle, a great runner.
Yeah.
Also cross country for Dedham.
Yeah. Winter.
But he's more of a he did winter.
Yeah.
He was great in winter.
So you guys get
Only
to
a
know some of these
sophomore
runners.
also, yeah.
Just the names are familiar.
So he's holding the lead this first lap, but it's going to be important. Okay, so that is Maxwell in second and Greeley right behind.
Okay, so we got Colin Greeley, Colin Maxwell.
Yep, the Collins.
The Collins.
Here. This is where it's going to be important for him to make a move.
Yes.
So it looks like he is not widening the gap, but
So what year is Maxwell?
Maxwell's a freshman only.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Great freshman.
He's got a bright future.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so he's got 800. What's his other?
Mile usually.
The
He's a
mile.
Great
Okay.
miler.
Yep.
Sub-5 in 8th grade.
Wow. Coach Lyons probably loves seeing that.
Oh yeah.
When he hears
Except
about
Coach Lyons was mad when he did soccer instead of cross country.
yeah.
But it's okay. Next year we'll have
Do
him.
you have his commitment next year?
Yes. His verbal agreement.
Verbal. It's not written yet, but we'll take the verbal.
Yeah.
And a Dedham runner.
Yeah, Valle pulling
taking
away a bit.
Yeah, pulling away.
But Maxwell also pulling away from Colin Greeley.
Maxwell,
So
only
just
a
sort of
freshman.
stringing out.
Pretty impressive.
I don't have a time, but I'd assume this is around 2:08 pace for Nick.
And Greeley already with a mile under his belt, so I mean that's
Yeah.
tough to ask. 2 events where I'm sure the other runners are fresh.
Yep.
And Dedham going to take first. Going to get
2 for Colin and 3 for the other Colin.
Yep. So Westwood taking second and third. Very productive. If they're not taking 1, they're taking 2s and 3s, which are, you can win a race by just taking 2s and 3s all day.
Almost. I mean, because that would be 4 and first
Yeah,
is
it's
still
true.
5.
It's true. And Dedham with the finish there. So productive 800 for the Wolverines, taking second and third. The Collins, Colin Maxwell, Colin Grilly. And I think that is only one heat for the boys, and we're going to have the girls.
Girls 800.
Looks like I see Susanna Rockers. Who else do we have here? I see Susanna, Kiara Chi.
Is she there?
Let's see here. I have her names on the kind of the roster.
Yeah, it might not be definite.
Not official. And it looks like it's all Westwood.
Yep.
So Westwood going to take some points here.
Yep. Just off that start, Westwood going to take first, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, unless the Dedham runner gets right in there and hops on a golf cart. Well, Westwood off to a good start. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runners for the Wolverines.
First call, 200 meters. First call, 200. You can go to the 200 start.
Now, is there a 2 mile?
Yes,
That's the last
All
one.
200
right before the
athletes
4
to the
by
200
400
start.
if we run that.
Be cautious of
Some meets they don't do
discus.
it if it gets too late. But
Now, is there anyone running the 1 mile and the 2 mile?
oh yeah, that's been done before. And
That is like, you are a legend in my book if you're running.
Graydon
the 1.
Gavin, frequent 1 and 2 miler. Colin Greeley used to do a lot of 1 and 2 miles.
I'd
see
have
if he
to
doubles that again.
I'd have to imagine Taya and Maeve are doing it just by how they've been continuing to run since their 1
Sure,
mile.
they have done that.
Susanna Rockers, the big lead after the first lap. What a terrific runner she is.
Yeah.
She took the 400-meter hurdles. And the fact that she is able to do it on land and, you know, doing hurdles as well, like that's pretty cool. I mean, Roman, he's hurdles only, but I mean, he could probably do the 100-meter.
Oh yeah,
I bet.
he did. He was a 300 guy
time.
in the winter. He wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, we might be putting him in an open 400 sometime, but right now we do need him for the 400 hurdles, and he's been great at that.
He seems like a guy who could probably be involved with the 4x1.
Yeah,
you know?
sure. Great speed on him.
So Susanna heading into the last turn, just adding to the lead.
Yep. Just solid, steady pace.
Just incredible. I mean, these state champs, they have 1 graduate, 1 senior from the cross-country team.
Definitely
they may
looking to
do
repeat
it. They
next
may
year.
do it for track and field.
Yeah.
They got, you know.
At least we'll see definitely some people going to nationals.
Yes,
this year,
some of the individual, no question about it.
4x4 again would be nice.
Susanna Rockers finishing strong here. She's going to go 2 for 2 for first place in her heats. That's two weeks in a row. She did it last week versus Hopkinton, and again today, even though it's just Westwood only in this heat, but still taking first place.
It's always an impressive achievement.
Do we know who took second?
Second place, that was, I don't know, Ryan Colleran possibly, or Sophia Quatroche.
So congrats to Ryan Colleran or Sophia. That was a terrific run too. Absolutely fantastic. And I believe
200 up next.
I believe Ryan Colleran's part of the swim team.
Perhaps.
I think she was part of the sectionals for girls swimming. They had a fantastic season. The boys swimming as well. Fantastic. McDonald, remember that name from
McDonald from the 400.
Yep. Jack Stuhler.
Yep.
Great
lacrosse
swimmer.
Also.
And I see runners kind of setting up on the far side, which usually means
200 coming up.
the 200.
We're looking for Jessup to drop a nice under 24 would be ideal. Of course, I don't have the times here, but
Yep. Coach Pindell's got eyes on this. One of his receivers.
Future captain.
Yep.
Next year.
Maybe throw a football in the middle of it. You know, a little vertical, a little fade route. We saw a football on the field for about an hour beforehand, just
it's
to warm up.
there. So Jessup Tyler hopefully can nab a top spot after his successful 100. And Keelan McDonald also in the first heat.
Keelan, incredible. He ran the 100-meter last week.
Yep.
which is incredible. I mean, this is a D lineman, folks. This is someone he's basically trying to get to the quarterback, but he's got to go through some of the biggest, strongest people on each team. And he's, a very athletic kid. He's not the biggest kid on the D line, but was so quick. He had so many sacks because he could just get through the line of scrimmage, get in the backfield, and make plays happen. And he's running with basically wide receivers right now, running backs.
He's a fast guy.
You got to imagine, too, Coach Pindell must love that. See these guys staying in shape, getting the runs in, working on their speed. Speed's big in football. I'm sure all the other coaches like it, too,
Absolutely.
Seeing their athletes getting some exercise in, keeping in shape, keeping well-conditioned, and that's big for the other sports as well.
Just competing.
Coach Pindell said, he likes his athletes to do other sports as well, right?
Yeah, we had him on the podcast. He likes it. He actually had an interesting point where the football season kind of can finish late, and he doesn't like that because he doesn't think it's fair for the winter athletes, in teams, which, is pretty cool. The other coaches thinking about the other sports, and that's when it's a coach that wants his athletes to play multiple sports.
It's always a shame when we got to wait for Charlie Jessup.
Where is he right now?
No, I mean.
Oh, well, when you're. I thought you meant for the race.
No, there's no waiting for Charlie. Charlie waits for everyone else.
No, I love it. So we are about ready here. Runners and starting blocks in the set. And they are off.
That's a good start for Charlie.
Charlie flying out of the gate.
All right.
He is on the outside, so let's see if he can maintain that speed as.
Looks good to me.
They go around the
holding strong
corner. He is holding strong, and he is
stagger.
now going down the straightaway.
After the straightaway.
Oh, and he is flying. He is flying, and he is going to take number one right here.
That's a success right there. Tyler,
absolutely.
Is he taking two?
He does.
Tyler, I believe he just got number 2.
I think he did, yeah. So what a race
1
by
and 2.
Charlie Jessup, your Westwood football captain for next year, and my goodness, he was on the outside, so certainly not where you really want to start. Didn't matter. He put the jets on, and then on that straightaway, after he knew he got out of that corner, pretty much maintaining his speed, he just put it into gear and then cruise control to the finish.
Coach Pindell will be happy to see that speed from his wideout.
He will.
Definitely.
What a finish. It looks like we're going to get another heat from the boys.
Maybe 3 or 4 here.
Yep. So this has got to be probably behind the 100-meter. This is the second popular. Are we getting Alex on this one?
Perhaps.
Alex Dorsky, one of
he's somewhere there.
Third man in the booth.
Yep.
What a day he's having. A little commentating and then right back into the action. Love to see it.
A little bit of everything.
Yep. Now, because the girls won a state championship in cross country, what does that do for the program and people that might be weighing their options for playing soccer or field hockey to saying, you know what, I want to go out and win a state championship?
Yeah, I hope it influences more people to do cross country, but I feel like you really need to want to do it if you're going to do it, because it doesn't have as much glory of scoring a goal. It's all about who can withstand the most pain, basically. So you got to be ready for that.
It is.
But I hope the fact that they've shown that, there is some glory. Maybe more people will.
A lot of pride, a lot of self-confidence building, where you see where you started, and you almost probably laugh at years later,
Definitely.
and you're like, I didn't even know how to tie my shoes. Now I'm, winning heats. And now I belong here. When you feel like you belong, that is one of the coolest things in sports. But, in a sport that's, it's team, but it's very much individualized as well. Where you feel like you're carrying your weight, there's nothing better than feeling like you're a valued member of a team.
I mean, there are people who just come in and they're great, but then you also see people who you've seen their work translate.
Mm-hmm.
Here, the 200 looks like. I'm not sure who that is in lane 1, but he's flying.
He is. He's got the angle.
I think that's Jack Button.
And Jack is.
That's
got a great angle, and he is flying. And he is going to finish strong to take number 1, 2 and 3 up in the air. Looks like Dedham able to take 2, and when Westwood takes 3.
All right.
Jack Button. He had the wheels.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard that name before. What other sports does Jack
I think
play?
he plays football.
Football, yes. I think I remember seeing it on the roster. And we're going to have a third heat.
This might be... Nope, Dorsky's in the next one, I think.
He's in the next one? Okay. Be fun to ask him about it. How'd it feel out there?
We should have given him the mic while he runs.
Yes.
Play-by-play.
I think it would have picked up the distance from here, right? No?
Yeah, probably if we did the wireless.
The wireless, yeah.
We'll throw a wireless mic on him. Do mic'd up, and you can, like they do in the NFL.
Yeah.
MLB does it pretty cool. They do like live. They'll have guys on the field, and they'll be talking to the guys mid game.
Heat 3 underway. Dedham with an early lead, and they have the inside, so they are in a good position here. We got a Westwood runner on the outside, holding strong at number 3. Yep, Dedham 1 and 2. It looks like it's going to stay that way.
Yep.
Westwood closing in though. But a terrific run by the Westwood runner. What do we got there, Henrik?
Michael, I think something.
A great run there,
Yeah.
taking third. Holding tough on the outside. That was a great run there. It's going to bring us to Heat 4. Our guy Alex.
Can you spot him out there? It must be. He must be one of them.
He has green. I believe the green front. Some of them, not all the jerseys are the same, right? Is there some?
Yeah, there's like alternate versions because last year they were like these custom white ones, and this year the jerseys look a little different than the old ones.
Yeah.
But you can still wear the old ones. So Dorsky.
So there are people that are helping hold the.
Oh yeah, that might be
the blocks
Dorsky
down?
in the green long sleeves. So Dorsky's up next.
Okay.
Here we have a 4 Western and 1 Dedham here.
Yeah. So I see
Going
all
up quick
green.
here.
All green here.
There's Ellis Callaway again.
Ellis Callaway.
Yep.
A freshman soccer player, or sophomore this year.
Yes.
I believe he was a freshman on varsity last year for soccer. And Dedham finishing strong.
All right.
Terrific. It looks like we're going to get one more heat. It's awesome. It looks like they're getting boys getting some help from the girls on the blocks, making sure it stays in place. And our guy Alex, he is
On
in
the
lane
inside.
1 or
Looks
lane
like-
1 or 2.
I think he's in 1.
And he's got off to
Oh,
a nice
wow.
start.
Yep, making up that
Absolutely.
stagger quickly.
And he is
Westwood
looking
here.
strong right now. And he's got a little bit more left of the angle. There we
There he
go.
goes.
Now we're down to the straightaway.
Just got to hold on here against the
And
other
he's
Alex.
holding tough. Alex versus
Matching
Alex.
shoes.
Matching shoes as well. Coming
And
down
that-
to the finish.
That was close.
And
right
that is
there.
a very close finish between the Alexes. But you know who won there? Westwood.
Yep. We'll have Alex in for a.
We're going to have a post-game breakdown.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was a great run. And now we got the girls. So 200 girls. See what we got here. So our little cheat sheet, which isn't 100% correct. The first heat looks like we got Maeve.
Lindsay Harper.
Maeve Lindsay Harper.
That sounds right.
Incredible. So Maeve Gavin, who just ran a mile, folks, is now going to do a sprint.
Yep.
Incredible.
A lot of range.
That's literally like, you know, it's like being Bo Jackson, in my opinion. You're playing professional baseball and you're a running back. Both have running involved, completely different sports.
Yeah.
The girls are off. See, looks like Harper in lane 2, Maeve in lane 4.
Lane 3, Dedham making up a bit of the
Yep.
stagger.
But here's where,
And now Maeve looks like speeding up again.
there we go. See Harper with a lead.
In the lead. Maeve in.
Now Maeve.
Fighting for second. Now up in
now
first.
Maeve catching ground, and
that's where
it looks
you
like
see
taking first.
Yep. That's where you see the distance training come in.
Yes.
The second half of the race.
So it looks like Maeve first, Harper 2. And was that Lindsay Bannister 3?
Possibly, yes.
Great race. Maeve Gavin. What a finish.
Yeah.
Just that extra, what do you call that, closing speed? You know, what's the right word for that?
Maybe that would be the top speed.
Top speed, yeah.
In the mile, the last part is the kick, but I don't
That's
know
what Tony was saying.
I don't know if you can have a kick.
Tony was telling me the kick, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but
that's just the
I'm going to start
sprint.
saying that about everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I went to the grocery store, and then I had to get out of there, so I got the kick going. You know, don't know what it means, but you know what? It sounds pretty cool. The kick. That sounds like, you know, you're putting whatever you got left, whatever you saved in the tank is you're now kicking that into gear.
Yep.
The
and
kick.
there are always like prospects you look out for who've got a great kick, and you always like expect like, okay, they're 10 meters behind here, but by the end they're going to be 50 meters ahead.
We should do a post-game interview with them and say, at what point did you unleash the kick?
That would be good. Yeah.
Check in on our guy Alex, see where he is after a great finish. Probably catching his breath. That was certainly, he left everything out there on the track.
Yep.
So heat number 2 for the girls. They are off. We have 3 Westwood, 3 Dedham.
Looks like almost all in the lead right now.
Yeah. Good start
Pretty
for the
quick.
Wolverines. They're also well positioned too.
Yep.
Runner in lane 2 off to a fantastic start.
Yep.
And holding strong.
And that looks like Westwood 1 and 2 and fighting for
Fighting
third.
for 3. Looks like gonna get 3. Yes.
They take it. Yep.
Yeah. I was like, did we speak too soon? And they held strong. So Westwood 1, 2, and 3. Very impressive in heat number 2 for the 200 meters. It's just incredible to think about that. There's runners here that have done the mile, about to do 2 miles, and that's more running than I've done in a whole calendar year. And it looks like we're going to get another heat. Yes.
Yep. And maybe one more after this, or maybe 2. All Westwood.
This is all
heat.
Westwood.
Yep. Lane 1 taking the lead or lane 2 taking the lead fast.
Yeah.
2 milers. 2 milers. First and second call.
Holding
2
strong.
milers.
Yep.
Lane 2 and lane 3. Going to take first and second.
All right.
And lane 4 going to take third. And I think one more heat.
Yes, that sounds right.
And it looks like all Westwood as well. Some great numbers for Westwood.
Yeah. Having the quantity is definitely part of it. Like, it's intimidating.
Now, for meets on the road, is everyone going to show up to that? And how many buses?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Usually, in indoors, 1 bus for the boys, 1 bus for the girls.
Yeah.
But it gets a little packed.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Two a seat.
Yeah. It's possible that they've had more before, but.
And a strong finish
Yep.
for Westwood. Lane 4. Excuse me, lane 5, lane 3. Lane 5 going to take 1, lane 3, 2. Lane 2 going to take 3.
Strong efforts from all the 200 runners here. And now on to 3 2-milers we have here. Liam LaCroix.
You see Tony Mari all
Yep.
ready to go.
Tony Mari hoping to take this one definitely. This is the first 2 mile he's running since indoor.
And this is going to be, what, around 10 minutes or so?
Well, I don't know.
Get your
Depends
popcorn
on-
ready, folks.
depends
Take
on
a
who
seat.
Dedham runs.
Take a seat. Find a nice, comfortable area on the couch. This is going to be action-packed for
Yep.
at least 9 minutes.
So it does look like Townsend is running, so that'll keep it competitive.
Yeah.
I think Tony can hold his ground, though.
Tony,
we're looking at
All two
under
milers.
10:30.
All 2 milers report to the start.
they do the
please.
boys and girls together?
girls.
Yeah.
2 mile.
So we are going to see
Tony, Liam, and I don't see the Citron, Yona Citron.
And
So it
then
looks like
for
just
the
them
girls, I see it looks like Delia.
Yep.
I see Elise. I see it looks like Kara Sullivan.
Yep. And is that possibly Violet Gavin?
Is there another Gavin?
Yep.
Incredible.
The up and coming freshman.
Freshman,
Violet Gavin.
incredible. I'd imagine she is going to be a track star.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's great. We had Graydon 4 years. Now we'll have Violet 4 years right after.
Bright future.
and Maeve
You get
in the middle.
freshmen, Maxwell, Gavin,
Oh yeah.
that are doing what they're doing out there. Incredible. They're going to start them a little bit further back.
Yeah, because you got a mile is 1,609 meters. So for the 2 mile, you start 18 meters back.
Yeah.
All right. So Tony going out quickly. Looks like he's taking that lead.
Taking that lead, yeah.
Townsend gonna stay comfortable on the shoulder. Oh,
Oh,
it looks
they're
like
jockeying.
Townsend. Yeah,
They're trying to
Townsend
jockey
wants
there.
First.
I think Tony will allow it. He'll allow it because he knows
He's confident enough, I'd say.
he's not going to. Townsend. One might say he's getting the kick going right now.
He's keeping him on the shoulder right now. So Townsend, for every 100 steps Tony's running now, or 100 meters Tony runs, Townsend's running at 101 when you're in lane 2 there. So sometimes you can wear him out like that, but okay, Tony lets Townsend take that. And Liam holding strong in 30 just has to.
This is awesome. These are guys that have competed now for the 3rd time, well, more than that, but 3rd season in a row going up against each other.
I mean, Townsend in cross country, we saw him.
They've been doing it for 4 years.
Yep.
This is if Townsend is a senior.
No, he's a sophomore actually, which is insane.
Oh, so 2 years.
Yeah. And then Tony holding strong there.
So that is lap number 1.
There's Liam.
7 to go.
Liam's just got to hold strong there.
Yep. So no Owen Kochi.
No, not today. Only one event for Owen.
Yeah.
We'll have him doubling soon enough. We'll need it.
Yeah. Imagine you're not only just doing 2, but winning 2.
Yeah, that's.
You are you are the top dog.
We had a guy a few years ago, Joshua Jersky, I believe in indoor. He got first every race he did, 50 points in the indoor season.
Is there any limitations in indoor for the events? Can you do?
It's just the same.
Same too. Okay.
Yeah. So, if we had him in the long jump too, it's possible to get 75 points. Wait,
wow.
15 times 5? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be someone out there that's winning both heats for running.
Yeah.
And they only can do 1 throw though, right?
Or you can do a long jump.
Yeah, but only one of the
just one of
would you
those.
call that extracurricular?
Field event.
Field.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the end field part.
So lap number 2.
Tony just hanging on right behind Townsend.
And we are joined by
Dorsky's
Mr.
back.
Dorsky, who had a heck of a race.
Why don't you give us a
going
breakdown?
neck and neck with Alex, another Alex.
Alex Bailiff, right?
Yeah, that was a heck of a race. I'm going to be
Finishing
honest.
strong. How much did you like having that inside lane?
I did. Honestly, it felt pretty good. Just curving a lot, but I gained a pretty good length at the end there.
Strong finish.
Definitely a good race.
And how are you feeling after that? What's the recovery like after a nice sprint like that?
A couple laps,
stretching. Yeah.
Recovery, going home.
How'd it feel?
Oh, it felt amazing.
Yeah.
I felt like I was flowing. At the end, I definitely slowed down a little bit, but...
Didn't activate the kick?
Oh, I definitely activated the kick.
We've been talking about the kick for a little bit here. So, the girls coming through. Are these the leaders here, or is Kiara the leader? Because I saw Kiara is out there
Yeah, I think those 3 girls just seeming to pace together there.
Yeah. Okay.
Townsend pulling away from Tony a bit, but the race has only just begun.
Yes.
I think this is
lap
second
number.
lap.
I think this is 3.
Okay, yeah.
So they're about to
Almost halfway.
finish lap number 3, going into lap number 4. So it sounds like Townsend's got a nickname, Towns. Keep hearing go Towns.
Guess so.
Love it.
Pretty sure his parents were like right outside the road here.
Gotta love the competitiveness.
Yep.
Wolverines, Dedham. At one point they were a town, West Dedham.
Yeah.
1897, Westwood was incorporated as a town. My man to my left, Evan Cardamino, you know where he's from? Dedham, Maine.
Oh my.
Which I believe was named after the town of Dedham, Mass.
They named a town after a town?
Yes. It's famous like that, you know. When you're
Is it?
Well, Dedham, you know, it's not too far from Boston.
Sure.
Very historical. You know, if you had to go south, you typically went down through kind of the 128 area, as we know today, Route 1 area, to work your way towards, Rhode Island and even further south. So it was one of those areas that, people had gone through. So like, Paul Revere, people, of that era had to go through Dedham to get to Boston if they're coming from the south and vice versa.
Don't quote me on it, but I think the guy who settled Dedham, Maine, was from Dedham, Mass.
Yes.
Wow.
I think I read it on Wikipedia, which is pretty cool.
So that's like if I just went into some uninhabited part of Canada and just decided to call it Westwood.
You can find plenty of parts of Maine.
Yeah, when we colonize Mars, I'm gonna call my part Westwood. So Tony Mari just finished his first mile.
Yep, just got to hold on behind Townsend there. I'm guessing they open in like a 5:10, but I can't say for certain.
That was quick. That was a very quick mile.
Usually you try to be consistent, but sometimes it gets away from you.
Yeah. And the pack is still where kind of the girls are leading. Is that Delia Kelly on the lead for the girls?
Yeah, it appears so.
With Kara Sullivan, a couple state champs.
Yep.
So a little bit bigger of a gap now between Townsend and
This is where Tony's got to make his move if he wants to hold on. Lap 5 and 6 is where they get you. Same as the mile, the third quarter. That's
where you're hitting that wall.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you're close to the finish, you do have that extra.
It's basically over.
That mental
you got
game
the kick.
of, you're downhill. You got the kick. Got that kick in you. So Townsend going into finishing lap number 5.
Yep. It's just a mental game for Tony here. If he doesn't give up just yet, he could still reel him in.
Townsend, I'd imagine, runs or has ran in the James Joyce Ramble, a famous race in Dedham.
Possibly.
They also have a Flag Day, big Flag Day celebration in Dedham.
Really?
Yes. The girls. Looks like Kara Sullivan in the lead right now with Delia Kelly.
For girls, this is lap 5, I think.
And then Elise Boger holding strong.
Liam holding on there.
Yeah.
Got to see if Liam can reel in this Dedham guy also.
Yeah, they're fighting for number 3, right?
Yeah.
Those two?
Yep. Liam out last meet with a wisdom tooth removal.
Ooh. Those are never fun.
Yeah, so he's still got an excuse if he doesn't win this.
Yeah. I'm still blaming bad, things I'm not, up to par with on my wisdom teeth still hurting 20 years later. Townsend coming around
that
for a
gap's
lap.
just getting a little bigger, which you don't want to see here.
Going to finish lap number 6 here.
Yep. There's twin brother Levon cheering him on.
He's got 2 laps to go. Tony Mari now down the straightaway. 2 laps to go for Tony. This also comes to a point too when someone's got a big enough lead or a lead where you just know you're not going to be able to catch up to it. You want to maintain your position knowing that you're going to gas out if you try too hard and you don't know where to really kind of close in on that gap where it might hurt your time. Where if you maintain the pace you're on, you want to maintain that strong finish.
I mean, something I saw from in indoor was Owen and Zach Lemberger from Dedham and Owen. We all know each other, but it was sort of a mental battle. Owen kept trying to pass Zach, who was taking it a bit slower, but every time he came up on the shoulder, Zach would speed up. So Owen just ended up wasting a ton of energy. It was funny.
Townsend is going to finish on lap number 7. So 1 lap to go when he reaches down where
and he's been looking
Ed
strong
Lyons
this
is.
race. It's been looking good. Here comes the final lap bell.
So the bell. We got the bell. Townsend is now hitting the turn.
Looks like Townsend's going to take this one, but good effort from Tony taking second here.
And Mari now in his final lap.
Yep.
What has his presence been like for you and your experience on the track team? And,
he's a great friend. He's a great, very talented runner, and it's been fun to have him as a teammate. Definitely.
You guys are history making, the first ever cross-country track and field members on the Wolverine Report.
Yep.
History made.
We'll be known for that forever.
Absolutely. You guys, when we have the 50th podcast episode, we'll certainly get an invite.
50th anniversary.
Yes.
One more lap for Liam and Dedham guy in third.
Yep.
Attention, Westwood. Dedham does not
just finishing up here, Townsend.
For girls 4x400.
Townsend.
Good finish for Townsend.
Great finish on the 2 mile. He was flying, and he is going to get a rest on the track. Well deserved.
Tony only maybe 10 seconds behind, but it was just a mental battle from lap 2 onwards.
Yeah. And Mari finishing strong. So
I couldn't tell you what time that was, but I'd guess 10:20, 10:30, respectively.
And they are congratulating each other.
Yep.
A lot of respect between those
Definitely.
two. Tons of respect when you know what it's like to go through that pain.
Oh yeah.
Of mentally, physically on the body, the toll. There's a lot of respect for your fellow competitors in going through that as well.
Yeah. Last up after this 2 mile is just the 4x4, and then we're good to head home. Are we? Will there be a 4x4? I'm not
I think
sure.
you're saying something. I don't think
default since
Dedham doesn't have one.
Oh.
But are they going to do it for times?
I mean,
We'll
it
see.
doesn't seem like it's too late. Honestly, this is more on
This has
schedule
been
than
moving
it
pretty
usually
quick,
is.
yeah.
Yeah. Hopkinton only finished up, 7:30, because Hopkinton has all those
I think it was
kids.
less heats today versus
Yeah.
Hopkinton had a lot of kids, which creates more heats when you have numbers.
Dedham played going around also, cutting down their numbers significantly.
So Kara Sullivan.
And
we'll see where we're at here. It looks like
Kara Sullivan taking home the girls' first place, then Boger and Kelly.
Or is there one more lap?
Oh, one more.
One more lap.
It's a bit confusing when they run them at the same
It
time.
is, yeah.
They ring the bell, and in the 2 mile it really strings out.
Yes.
In indoor it's even more so because the lap's only 200 meters.
And Kiara. So Kiara taken first. So Kiara, she was away from the pack, so I didn't know if she was well ahead or behind, but she takes number 1.
Oh, wow.
So Kiara taking number 1 in the 2 mile.
Nice.
So what a finish by
Yeah.
Kiara. She got off to a
Very
hot
good.
start where I couldn't keep up because she was away from the pack.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with these things.
That is fantastic.
It can even be hard to tell while you're running.
So
whether you're-
Kara Sullivan then would be in second place.
Looks like it, yes.
And Delia.
Or Boger in third.
Yes.
Delia fighting for that
Yes.
position also.
So Boger, a potential cross-country runner maybe.
Potentially.
She's a basketball player in the winter.
Yep.
I don't know if she is plays a fall sport, but what a fit she would be with her long distance capabilities. Yep. She ran the mile today earlier as well, so she's certainly
doubling mile to mile.
Pretty impressive. Kara Sullivan coming down the stretch. Boger looking to close in. Boger is putting the Jets on. She's closing in.
Oh wow.
Getting close. Fighting through. She did. My goodness. What a finish by Elise Boger, taking second.
When you're against your teammate like that, it's definitely the pressure's on.
The pressure's on. And, you know, after running the mile, too, to have that still left in the tank, what a close.
Yep.
But Westwood going 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
Very, very impressive. Kara Cheeve, very impressive. She finished probably, 40 seconds ahead of everyone?
Yeah, that was good. You just got to build the lead, and when you're on your own, it's a lot harder. But
such a bright future for these girls. I mean, they had one senior on that cross-country state championship
Kelly,
team.
Of course.
Yeah. And Delia Kelly, fantastic leadership.
Yep, great leader, great captain, hard worker.
I believe part of the maze, lives in the maze, I believe.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I do believe we'll see a repeat of the girls'
I think so, too.
championship.
I think we'll be doing another potential state championship episode of the Wolverine Report.
And then the year after that, let's see, 2 seniors gone. We'll see. We'll have to see. We need to just inspire the next generation.
Absolutely. And you guys are. Mm-hmm. The middle school takes note. Not only the middle school, you got fellow athletes to say, hey, I want to be part of something special. Roman Grilly.
Yep.
You know, and what he's done, very quick amount, or very, quick turnaround to be able to just his first year in track and, winning.
Yeah.
The hurdles, incredible. Very, very productive day for the Wolverines, and we'll see if they do the 4x4. Looks like they do. It looks like they got
Jessup or who?
Yep, Jessup is starting for the boys.
All right,
4x4.
this I'm gonna try to time.
And it looks like they have. Is it boys and girls together?
Yep.
Westwood.
Yep. Same.
So this is just for time. This is for time.
So Dedham is done. Either they won the meet by a lot or they lost the meet by over 5 points because. Then, do you know Dorsky?
I have no idea.
Well, I guess this is just for fun then. I'm hoping to see Charlie open in a nice 55 or lower.
Karachi getting another lap in.
Yep.
Incredible. What a very impressive 2 mile she just ran.
Okay.
Who do they have running?
No block starts for them, but
we got Charlie Jessup, Colin Maxwell, Shane McDonald.
Colin Maxwell in the 4x.
And then.
So each one of these runners does 1 lap.
Yeah.
And then it's 4 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and they're all going to catch it from the same area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like they're just running some guys for fun, work on some speed, because Maxwell...
You can get a PR. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, wait, is Maxwell's got his long pants on? I don't know.
Is he actually going to run it?
Charlie Jessup. Having a day.
Yeah.
He's running with pants on. I'll give him that.
What? He doesn't even have his spikes on.
He doesn't have his spikes. This is going to be a weird
This is going to be an intense race right
Who's
here.
that, Maxwell?
Yeah. Young Maxwell right there. And then maybe Jaden will... Is Jaden going to take the last one with full jacket and pants?
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, well, Charlie going through in about, what is this, 52, 3, 4. A solid mid-50s. Obviously, this isn't the most competitive environment, but...
No.
Looks like went through in about 58. This is just kind of
a little extra gear when you got, people yelling on the outside and getting you fired up.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we saw with Hopkinton last meet. Hopkinton running 5 4x400s, Westwood running 0. Yep, Colin Maxwell in the pants.
So there was no Westwood in the 4x100 last week?
No,
or
4x4.
4x4?
Last week it was just Hopkinton because they had already won, I guess. And most of our people had went home because it was late.
It was a lot. I was looking for it's like... Yeah. I didn't know. It was like, that makes sense.
I'd say we got to get Roman on for
Can't do that when you're on the road, though, when you're on the bus.
Yeah. There goes Maxwell.
Striding it out, looking good. The freshman.
Yep.
He's got some pace on him.
Yeah. And who is he passing it off to?
Shane McDonald.
Shane McDonald.
Sensation.
What year is Shane?
Sophomore.
Sophomore, very impressive.
2-year All-Star in swim.
Wow.
And future MVP, TVL MVP, I'd say. His older brother, Declan McDonald, was the TVL MVP also.
Shane McDonald off to a great start. He
Shane's
had a
got some great natural athleticism.
Yeah.
And swimming, you know, it'll help.
Swimming's not easy. I have tried to be a fast swimmer, and I cannot figure it out.
And Shane does like every event, so, of swimming. Of course, I wish he would just do winter track, but.
I have a feeling that you won't be able to convince him to make that switch.
No, he might be doing cross country next year, though. We'll see. If we get Shane, I think that's for cross country. That's a top 3 team in the TVL right there.
Shane with a strong finish here, and we're gonna see the fourth and final. Looks like Jaden
in the pants.
Jaden Pollard.
Jaden, let's see what he takes this.
Jaden was the winner in the 400. Or was it the 400, I believe.
Yeah.
And
took it by a good margin.
Off to a great start.
Yep. Jaden was one of the
incredible group. So you're getting basically the winner of the 100. You're getting the winner of the 400. And you're getting, you know, some really solid guys all together.
Maxwell second or whatever he got. Third, second.
Yeah.
And Shane he was in the 400. Shane got second in the 400,
yeah.
I think.
So I mean, to put all those parts together, that's a heck of a machine you got out here for the 4x4, and Pollard finishing strong.
Yep. Just some nice strides.
Yep.
To wrap up this meet. All right. That was a
that
success.
That is going to put a bow on the meet.
Now, I
Big
don't know
day
who
for the
won,
Westwood Wolverines.
Seeing as the throws.
We'll have to get the accountant out to add all the math up for the boys and girls, but I think we can safely say that Westwood winners on boys and girls today over the Marauders. A very productive day.
We'll put the scores on the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we'll put the graphics up, and as we say now, the graphics are up. There we go. There's the score. Your Westwood Wolverines. Big winners today on a nice day.
Girls 4x4 just finishing up also, and then the girls meet will be over.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the girls won. I don't know about their throws and jumps, but the running was a definitive win.
And a strong finish here for the Wolverine girls 4x4. To cap off a very successful day.
Yep. Good meet.
Yeah. What a day for the Wolverines.
Now all eyes on the meet with Ashland on Monday.
Yes. That's going to be in Ashland.
Yep.
And I think we're going to have to get a microphone over to Alex to make sure he gets a post-game press, breakdown of the meets and whatnot. So we'll figure that out. But, guys, thank you so much. This was a blast.
For sure.
A lot of fun having you guys, educating us. Still got plenty to learn. But you know what? Really exciting. Great win today, and a lot of fun to be able to cover it here on Westwood Media Center.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Runner of the day will probably be Roman again.
Yeah. Very impressive.
Charlie, great race also. Tyler having a good race.
Yeah.
And great efforts from the team today.
Yeah. It was a very, very impressive day. Westwood boys and girls, I mean, every other race they were 1-2, 1-2. And if they weren't in the one spot, they were 2 and 3. And it was consistent across the board. So what a day for your Westwood Wolverines. Want to thank everyone for tuning in. Certainly want to do this again very, very soon. But keep an eye out, folks. Big match coming up, or a big meet coming up on Monday in Ashland versus the Clockers.
Yep.
And that's going to do it here from Flay Hive. So long, folks. Take care, and we'll see you all very, very soon.